Stop telling me I'm overreacting to Project 2025. Every day it becomes more clear that this plan will make us a theocracy. And what's equally terrifying is how quickly things are changing here. When you consider that the ACLU is currently tracking over 500 anti-LGBTQIA+ bills right now, you can see how quickly Project 2025 is already going into place. And if Project 2025 goes into place across this entire nation, the only person who's going to be safe is the white Christian man. Project 2025 is an initiative by the Heritage Foundation. This is basically a plan that ensures that the initiatives that Christian nationalists want to be put in place will be expedited in 2025 because they are assuming that they will have the Congress and that they will have the presidency because they already have SCOTUS. Project 2025 removes all protections against discrimination based on gender or sexual identity. It terminates all DEI programs, including affirmative action. Of course, it prioritizes Christian nationalism. And that's just not any type of Christianity. That means the literal translation of the Bible that says there are only two genders and the earth is 6,000 years old. And beliefs like that would become the law of the land. And that would be the primary influence that would be taught in our schools. Speaking of education, private Christian schools will be eligible for funding just as if they are public education. Public education would be restricted on what they could teach about biology, science, and history. Project 2025 annihilates all women's rights and would criminalize abortion. And that is already happening. Texas right now is considering the death penalty for women who seek abortions. This also gives government oversight of frozen embryos for IVF treatment, a $2 trillion reduction in Medicaid, a $6 billion cut to the Affordable Care Act, $4 billion reduced from food assistance. Think about that right now. You know someone or love someone whose livelihood depends on that assistance. If Trump is reelected, he will have authority over all branches of government because Project 2025 lays out a plan to fire all civil servants and replace them with Christian nationalist loyalists. The fallout for Project 2025 will reverberate throughout this country. If you are not a Christian nationalist, all religions and beliefs will be forced to the crevices of society. And don't think for a minute that states won't mandate who can marry. After all, right now, here in the state of Indiana, one of our governor candidates is Mike Braun. And 2 years ago, do you remember what he said? He said that he would be open to the Supreme Court overturning the 1967 ruling that allowed interracial marriage. Why? Because Mike Braun thinks that the states need to decide whether or not that is legal. You must educate yourself about how terrifying and dangerous Project 2025 is. Because if Project 2025 continues to walk us into a theocracy, we may never recover. And if Donald Trump is elected, no one will ever have equality again. No other religion or belief. No LGBTQIA+ humans, no Black, Indigenous, and people of color, no immigrants, no women, no disabled people. Friends, the threat is very real. We can fight this. Stay awake, use your voice, and vote.